The history of the Stormcast Eternals begins during the Age of Chaos, a time of immense turmoil and destruction in the mortal realms. The forces of chaos, led by the Chaos Gods and the demonic minions, wreaked havoc and plunged the realms into darkness. Witnessing the devastation, Sigmar, the god of humanity, decided to forge a new army capable of resisting the Chaos onslaught. Sigmar's creation of the Stormcast Eternals marked a turning point in the war against Chaos. He reforged the souls of fallen heroes, granting them immortal bodies and imbuing them with his divine lightning. With these celestial warriors, Sigmar launched the Realm Gate Wars, a massive campaign to reclaim and unify the shattered realms. Now, to completely understand this war, we have to go into the history of it. The Realm Gate Wars were a series of cataclysmic conflicts that took place in the mortal realms. Sparked by the return of Sigmar and the creation of the Stormcast Eternals, these wars marked a pivotal period as Sigmar sought to reclaim and unify the shattered realms, wresting them from the clutches of chaos. During the Realm Gate Wars, Sigmar used his celestial armies, led by the Stormcast Eternals, to launch a massive campaign against the forces of chaos. The primary objective was to secure and control the ancient realm gates, which are powerful mystical portals connecting the realms. These gates allowed for swift movement between realms, making them key strategic assets. The wars were fought across the mortal realms, with each realm being a battleground. Sigmar's forces clashed with the varied legions of chaos, led by the Chaos Gods and their formidable champions. The conflicts were fierce, characterized by epic battles, heroic sacrifices, and devastating displays of magic and martial might. Throughout the Realm Gate Wars, the Stormcast Eternals played a crucial role. They spearheaded the assaults on Chaos, carving paths through enemy lines and reclaiming lost realms. Their arrival on the battlefield often brought hope to the embattled forces of Order, inspiring mortal armies to join their cause. The Realm Gate Wars were not limited to the clashes between Stormcast Eternal and Chaos forces alone. Other factions and races such as Sylvaneth, Fireslayers, Ironjaws, and many others also participated in the conflicts. Alliances were formed, betrayals occurred, and the mortal realms became embroiled in a massive struggle for dominance. As the wars progressed, Sigmar's forces achieved significant victories, liberating realms and establishing footholds for Order. However, the forces of Chaos proved resilient and cunning, launching counterattacks and attempting to close the realm gates. The conflicts often ebbed and flowed, with neither side gaining a decisive advantage. The Realm Gate Wars concluded with the War of Life, a conflict that had raged primarily in the realm of Gairan. It was during this war that Ilariel, the goddess of life, was resurrected. With the Stormcast by her side, she assembled the Sylvaneth armies against the forces of Nurgle, driving them off and preventing further incursions from occurring. The outcome of the War of Life had a profound impact on the balance of power in the mortal realms and set the stage for future conflicts and events to come, while cementing the importance of the Stormcast Eternals and their role in preserving order in the realms. Stormcast, Selection and Creation. The Stormcast are the mightiest among Sigmar's forces. However, they are not made up of any old rabble. The process of creating Stormcast Eternals involves a unique and intricate method known as reforging. The process is broken down into several stages. Selection. Sigmar selects mortal heroes who have demonstrated exceptional bravery, skill, and virtue during their mortal lives. These individuals are often chosen based on their potential to become mighty champions in the battle against Chaos. Some of these heroes were even chosen from the world that was, the Old World. Gathering souls. When a mortal hero dies, Sigmar's agents, known as the Stormcast Sacrosanct, collect the hero's souls before it passes on to the afterlife. This is done by using lightning rods or other mystical means to capture the souls at the moment of death. Soul reforging. The collected souls are taken to Sigmar's divine realm, the celestial realm, where they undergo a process known as soul reforging. The souls are infused with the power of celestial energy and forged into a new immortal body. Sigmarite armor and weapons. Once the soul reforging is achieved, the Stormcast Eternal is equipped with Sigmarite armor, which is crafted from a special mystical metal infused with Sigmar's lightning. These armor sets are highly ornate and resilient, offering the Stormcast Eternals both protection and a physical link to Sigmar's power. Divine empowerment. To complete the transformation, the newly reforged Stormcast Eternal is imbued with divine essence of Sigmar himself. This process involves the infusion of lightning energy directly into the warrior's heart, granting them a fraction of Sigmar's power and immortality. Retention of memories. One unique aspect of the reforging process is that the Stormcast Eternal retains their memories and experiences from their previous mortal life. This ensures that they bring their accumulated knowledge, skills, and personalities into their new existence. However, as the Stormcast are destroyed and reforged anew, they lose more and more of their memories that they held from their past lives. Brotherhood and training. Once reforged, the Stormcast Eternals join one of the chambers within the Stormcast. They undergo rigorous training, honing their skills and adapting their new celestial bodies. This training emphasizes unity, discipline, and adherence to Sigmar's vision. At a spoken word, the warriors pivot in unison from interlocking shield walls or advance to lend their support and the might to their celestial energies where they are needed most by their brothers. The Stormcast's way of warfare goes beyond simple theatre of war, as the numerous units support and empower one another to produce an integrated battle formation that moves and fights like no other army the realms have to offer. The process of reforging not only grants the Stormcast Eternals immortality, but also binds them to Sigmar's will. They become his chosen champions, dedicated to the eternal fight against chaos and the protection of the mortal realms. Each Stormcast Eternal is unique, individual, but they are united by the shared purpose, their unbreakable loyalty to Sigmar, and their determination to restore order to the realms. Chambers. A chamber represents the most extensive tactical unit within a storm host of the Stormcast Eternals. These chambers come in several distinct types, and the precise count of chamber varieties may differ from one storm host to another. Strike chambers. Strike chambers form the primary combat force within a storm host, consisting of three distinct types: Warrior, Harbinger, and Exemplar. The Warrior chamber. These are the most prevalent and versatile chambers, often the backbone of a storm host. Each warrior chamber comprises of 24 retinues encompassing all 4 conclave types. Harbinger chamber. Known for their speed and agility, Harbinger chambers play the vital role of scouts and advanced forces. They are usually the first to engage the enemy and have up to 15 retinues. The core of the Harbinger chamber is the Angelus conclave, supported by smaller Redeemer and Justicar conclaves. Exemplar chamber. These are the epitome of a storm host's fighting prowess, typically composed of elite paladin retinues. Their 15 retinues consist of major paladin conclaves, alongside supplementary Justicar and Angelus conclaves. Tempest chambers serve as the complement to the strike chambers. They exhibit a wide range of structures and roles, often accommodating a storm host's more extraordinary and unconventional warriors. Extremist chamber. This chamber operates as a pioneering force, with all its members forming bonds with draconic mounts after enduring the perilous trials of star walking. It comprises a Lord Celestant, a Drake-sworn temple featuring 3 Drake-sworn Templars, and the Tateossian Guard, divided into 2 echelons, the Lightning Echelon and the Thunderwave Echelon. Vanguard Auxiliary Chamber, comprising autonomous trackers and pathfinders who have traversed the realms since the inception of the Stormcast Eternals. They serve as the eyes and ears of their storm host. This chamber includes a substantial Angelus conclave and a smaller Justicar conclave, alongside its chamber command, consisting of a Lord Aquilor, Knight Azeros, and Knight Venator. Sacrosanct Chamber. The members of a Sacrosanct Chamber shoulders numerous responsibilities, one of the most critical being the oversight of the reforging process. This process resurrects Stormcast Eternals fallen in battle to fight anew in Sigmar's name. The procedure, however, poses a risk and necessitates Stormcast attuned to the etheric and capable of wielding the power of the heavens in Sigmar's service. As the age of Sigmar progresses and the side effects of the reforging process become increasingly apparent, the Sacrosanct Chamber continues its quest for a solution. Conclaves and units. The Stormcast Eternals are known for their indomitable will and incredible fighting abilities. They are organized into various conclaves, each specializing in different forms of warfare. A conclave is a division of the Stormcast Eternals, training and equipping retinues of the Stormhost for specific roles on the battlefield. The Redeemer Conclave. The Redeemer Conclave made up of Liberators, Sequitors, Vindicators, and Vanquishers. Liberators, the bedrock of the Stormcast Eternals. These stoic warriors epitomize the unyielding defense that lies at the core of the Stormcast Eternals. Adorned in gleaming Sigmarite armor, they wield warhammers and shields with a steadfast determination. Liberators are the rock upon which the forces of chaos break, their disciplined ranks forming an unbreakable barrier against the darkest horrors of the realms. They are the embodiment of Sigmar's will to defend and protect. Sequitors, a natural evolution of the Liberator archetype. Sequitors are distinguished by their heavy Sigmarite armor and unique weaponry. They wield storm smite mauls and soul shields, combining martial prowess with mystical might. Sequitors are a fusion of offense and defense, capable of withstanding powerful blows while defending devastating counterattacks. Their storm smite mauls are charged with celestial energy, making the strike a testament to Sigmar's divine strength. Vindicators, a natural contrast to the more aggressive Vanquishers, are experts in the art of defense. Carefully chosen from the most resolute and unyielding souls, they stand their ground with mighty spears and proud banners, unwavering in their commitment until every last enemy lies defeated. Countless legends recount the staunch determination of Vindicators, describing them as warriors who persist in battle until they are encircled by the lifeless bodies of their foes, their armor scorched by the passing of their steadfast comrades. Vanquishers specialize in offense. Unlike the more defensive Vindicators, they are chosen for their exceptional combat abilities, typically after a Stormcast initial reforging. Each wields a celestial greatsword for life, even if they pursue other paths. Among the Redeemers, Vanquishers are the most independent, using loose formation and unique sword techniques. They excel at daring countercharges when the enemy is engaged by the Liberator and Vindicator allies, earning a reputation for their combat prowess, albeit with a touch of bravado. Paladin Conclave. The Paladin Conclaves are the elite reserve of a chamber. As the strongest members of their chamber, they bring their terrifying power into the thickest fighting, crushing the enemies with their might. Retributors. Amidst the tumult of battle, Retributors stand as towering figures of divine wrath. Their colossal lightning hammers crash down with cataclysmic force, capable of sundering armor and resolve. These champions are the avatars of righteous retribution, striking terror into the hearts of those who dare oppose the divine order. Their towering presence on the battlefield is a testament to Sigmar's wrathful might. Decimators stand as the dauntless paladins who fearlessly charge into the midst of battle, showing no fear in the face of overwhelming enemy forces. With each swing of their thunder axe, they cut down numerous foes, swiftly turning the tide of battle. It doesn't take long after they enter the fray for the ground around them to be littered with the lifeless bodies of their adversaries. These warriors rely on the precision honed through rigorous training in the gladiatorium. This keen awareness allows them to discern the positions and movements of their comrades and miss the chaos of close combat, ensuring that their strikes avoid harming their allies. Thus, in the midst of the tumult, they can methodically cleave through their foes with ruthless efficiency. Protectors are units that advance with such a swift and determination that even the devotees of chaos tremble in their presence. Their storm-strike glaives, when interwoven into patterns, form formidable shields of celestial energy that provide a defense against projectiles, safeguarding the Stormcast from ranged assaults. Their expert swordsmanship destroys monstrous adversaries with finesse. Annihilators, distinct from other Stormcast, as they do not descend from the heavens in bolts of lightning, but instead burst forth through rifts created by storm magic. They are often granted the honor of leading the charge into the heart of battle, and as the rush of their advance intensifies, twin trails of lightning begin to materialize in their wake. These trails increase in strength until they can rend the enemy's battle line asunder through sheer force or force alone. As their potent energy is expended, they may slow down, but by that time they have already plunged in the midst of a melee. The celestial power discharged with every swing of their hammer is deftly funneled back into their armor, which also has the capacity to absorb the energy released by fallen Stormcasts, ensuring that the sacrifice of their comrades does not go to waste. Hence, once the immediate threat is vanquished, they are poised for another meteoric charge into the fray. The Tateossian Guard. They stand as unwavering knights within the extremist chamber, charging fearlessly into the fray atop Dracoths. They play the vital role of shock cavalry within the storm hosts, a duty that aligns seamlessly with both riders and their formidable mounts. As they eagerly plunge into battle, the Tateossian Guard forces are segmented into two echelons, known as the Lightning Echelon and the Thunderwave Echelon. Within each echelon, you'll find two distinct categories of retinues. Within the Lightning Echelon, we have Fulminators and Tempestors, while the Thunderwave Echelon has Concussors and Desolators. Stormcast Guard. Comprised of Stormcast Eternals who ride Draconith, a pact solidified through the covenant of Draconis between Sigmar and the Drake Princes Condrus and Karazai. On the battlefield, the Stormcast riders displayed unparalleled combat finesse, while the Draconith unleashed devastation upon the enemy using their scorching breath and formidable claws. A single Draconith is a force to be reckoned with, more than a match for an entire warband, and the sheer handful of them possesses the potential to decisively alter the course of battle. Justicar Conclaves. Justicar Conclaves provide their chamber with missile support, with inescapable wrath. They thin enemy ranks with the punishing blows against weak points in command structures. Judicators. Precision and deadly accuracy are the hallmarks of the Judicators. Armed with Skybolt and Thunderbolt crossbows, they strike from a distance with pinpoint accuracy. They are the keen-eyed sentinels of Sigmar's divine will, often chosen to eliminate enemy leaders or weaken formidable foes before they can draw close. Their ability to unleash devastating volleys of arrows and bolts makes them indispensable on the battlefield. Castigators. Typically they are deployed by Lord Arcanums to mete out destruction to ethereal adversaries who possess the deadly capability of slaying with a mere touch. Their ranged weaponry provides a degree of security through distance. They serve as a designated range specialist of the Sacrosanct Chamber and are equipped with Thunderhead greatbows, remarkable feats of Azerite engineering resembling heavy crossbows. These formidable arms discharge bolts bearing special flasks, each containing the potent breath of a stardrake. Vigilers serve as the depth rangers and scouts, relying on their keen instincts to track down foes in challenging terrains tainted by corruption. Besides their role as ranged infantry, the lightning flashes generated by their Stormcaller bows convey encoded signals to their comrades. These signals prompt their brethren to unleash devastating barrages of highly precise fire upon the enemy. Vanguard Raptors are extremely solitary marksmen. Their unwavering focus is directed entirely towards their chosen battlefield duties. Some excel in providing support to their comrades by delivering salvos and suppressing fire against enemy formations, armed with hurricane crossbows. Meanwhile, others favour a more covert approach, striking from a distance while remaining concealed, employing long strike crossbows to eliminate high priority targets. Knight Incantors. Leading from the front lines, Knight Incantors are both formidable warriors and spellcasters. They wield the Storm's magic to cast spells and engage in close combat with their magical weapons. Knight Incantors are often chosen to lead the Stormcast Eternals into battle, their presence imbuing the forces of order with arcane might. They are not only skilled in wielding magic but also in the martial aspect of combat, making them well-rounded commanders on the battlefield. Evocators are the arcane mages of the Corpusant Conclave found within the Sacrosanct Chambers, and they are the living embodiment of the Tempest's raw energy. Diverging from the practices of Knight Incantors, they draw this tempestuous energy into themselves, a process that causes their eyes to shimmer with a brilliant light and their veins to radiate beneath their skin. This potent energy ripples along their tempest blades in the storm stays, cascading outward in lethal bursts that have the potential to scorch anyone in close proximity, unless it's skillfully harnessed. This dynamic energy holds the power to be shared with fellow Stormcast Eternals, empowering them with newfound strength and celestial might. Ordinators Conclave. Ordinators Conclave take the task of heavy artillery in the Stormcast and are regularly seen defending the walls of Stormkeeps, but they too can be borne to battle on pillars of lightning. Celestar Ballista. As a formidable war machine, the Celestar Ballista hurls bolts of celestial energy across the battlefield with pinpoint accuracy. It serves as an artillery platform capable of decimating heavily armoured foes and providing long-range fire support. The Celestar Ballista precision and firepower make it a formidable asset in Sigmar's arsenal, serving as a devastating response to enemy siege engines and monstrous threats. Angelus Conclave. Marked with the emblem of a twin-tailed comet upon their left shoulder, the Angelus Conclaves constitute the vanguard of First Strike forces. They leverage their exceptional mobility for a range of objectives such as reconnaissance, disruptive tactics, and rapid deployment to areas of strategic importance. The Prosecutors. In the swirling skies above the battlefield, the Prosecutors take flight. Their wings slicing through the air, armed with javelins and celestial hammers, they descend upon their foes with fury of the heavens themselves. Prosecutors are the embodiment of aerial superiority, nimble and agile, capable of disrupting enemy lines and targeting key objectives with surgical precision. Vanguard Hunters. Amidst the shadows and undergrowth, Vanguard Hunters operate as stealthy assassins and scouts. They are seasoned veterans, with many earning the prestigious rank of Ranger during their second reforging. They serve as the elite infantry within the Vanguard auxiliary chambers and are noted for their remarkable tactical adaptability. Unlike the swift Paladors or the sharp-shooting Raptors, they specialize in leveraging the terrain to their advantage. Rather than employing stealth, Vanguard Hunters rely on audacious raids and brazen tactics. Vanguard Paladors are mounted on the Griff chargers that harness mystical winds, enabling them to seemingly materialize out of thin air, strike at the heart of the enemy formation, and then vanish before retaliation is possible. This extraordinary ability, coupled with their unwavering animosity towards chaos, renders these creatures highly coveted as mounts. And finally we have the Command Echelon. Lord Castellans. Heroes of protection, Lord Castellans bear relic shields that not only safeguard their comrades but also dispel enemy magic with unwavering determination. They are the shield bearers of Sigmar's will, anchoring the Stormcast line and providing an impenetrable barrier against the force of chaos. Lord Castellans play a crucial role in fortifying defensive positions and bolstering the resilience of Sigmar's chosen warriors. Lord Arcanum, masters of the etheric lightning. They assume leadership roles within the sacrosanct chambers. Their storm sight grants them the ability to perceive the essence of living beings, enabling them to unleash devastating bolts during combat or bestow enhanced prowess upon their comrades with a simple uttered phrase of arcane might. Once they were courageous spellcasters who as mortals dared to challenge the Chaos Gods, risking their very essence. Now following their reforging, they find themselves in command of even more potent abilities. Lord Relictors. The battlefield becomes a stage for divine intervention when Lord Relictors take to the fore. These mystic leaders harness the storm's energy to cast potent prayers and blessings. They inspire courage and rally their comrades, ensuring that the divine presence of Sigmar is deeply felt on the battlefield. Lord Relictors are instrumental in maintaining the morale of the Stormcast Eternals and turning the tide of battle in their favour. Celestant Prime. Towering above the battlefield, the Celestant Prime is a celestial demigod and the embodiment of Sigmar's divine wrath. With his awe-inspiring presence, he commands the respect and fear of both allies and foes alike. The Celestant Prime is a symbol of hope in the darkest of hours and a living testament to Sigmar's might. His strikes are like the hammer blows of a god, and his very presence can turn the tide of battle in favour of the Stormcast Eternals. These are the champions of Sigmar, the living avatars of divine might who bring celestial fury to the realms. Their diverse abilities and roles intertwine to form a meticulously orchestrated symphony of war within the Stormcast Eternals, enabling them to fulfill Sigmar's vision of re-establishing order and vanquishing the relentless forces of chaos across the mortal realms. And now we come to the allied beasts. As the battle for Azir raged on and more creatures were liberated from the taint of chaos, some of these majestic creatures became the noble steeds and companions to these mighty warriors. These creatures include the mighty Griffhounds, who are loyal and fierce. With their keen sense and combat prowess, they serve as trackers, scouts, and agile combatants for the Stormcast. Dracolines, azurite beasts that are comparable to large feline predators with dragon-like features. Adult Dracolines are strong and large enough to carry Stormcast warriors into battle. Aetherwings, independent and tenacious creatures, they share a natural bond with the Vanguard Raptors among the Stormcast Eternals. Dracos, massive lightning-spitting drakes that can only be controlled and ridden by the most noble of Stormcast warriors. Prior to the Realmgate Wars, it was extremely rare to see them interact with other races. Griff Chargers, majestic beings of intellect and strength. Their trust is a precious gift, bestowed only upon individuals, whether they be mortal or stormcast, who demonstrate profound humility and resilience in the presence of these noble creatures. Star Drakes, formidable dragon-like offspring of Tateossian, being infused with celestial charms and magic, often ridden by Celestant Prime, they are among the mightiest of creatures to align with the Stormcast. Tauralons hail from the etheric void. They chase passing meteorites and shoot stars for sport, headbutting them between one another. Lord Arcanum are often seen riding these majestic beasts. Storm Hosts. Storm Hosts are the celestial legions of Sigmar. Each Storm Host is a highly organized, specialized military force with a unique character, purpose, heraldry, and colored scheme, tailored to address specific threats posed by the forces of chaos and the tumultuous mortal realms. Diverse themes. Storm Hosts come in a variety of themes, each reflecting a different aspect of Sigmar's vision for his warriors. These themes often relate to the realm from which the Storm Host hails, or the specific challenge it has been forged to confront. Heraldry and iconography. Each Storm Host boasts its own distinctive heraldry, sigils, and colour schemes. These symbols are a source of pride and identity for the Stormcast Eternals, and serve to inspire both warriors and mortal allies. Lord Celestants. Every Storm Host is led by Lord Celestant, a powerful and revered figure among the Stormcast Eternals. Lord Celestants are both commanders and champions, embodying the virtues and ideals of their respective Storm Hosts. Purpose and tactics. Storm Hosts are crafted with specific purposes in mind. Some are shock assault forces, while others specialize in long-range firepower or guerrilla warfare. Their tactics are honed to perfection to address the threats and challenges they are destined to face. While Storm Hosts have their unique characteristics, they are not rigidly bound by their themes. They can adapt to various situations and cooperate seamlessly on the battlefield, making them a versatile and formidable force. Now I wish to go into some of the more prominent Storm Hosts of the Stormcast. The Hammers of Sigmar. Their main characteristics involve the Golden Ones. First to the fray, the Hammers of Sigmar are the foremost and pioneering Storm Host, symbolizing hope and resilience in the mortal realms. They are adaptable and renowned for their heroic deeds. Their Lord Celestant, Vandus Hammerhand, is their blessed leader, known for his incredible martial prowess and the tactical acumen. He is the standard to which all Stormcasts aspire to live up to, as he is the first of all the Stormcast, and the Hammers are proud to call him their own. Their heraldry features a golden hammer with lightning discharging from it on a sky blue background. They are adorned in their striking gold armor with blue accents, most considered to be the most iconic and standard appearance for Stormcast Eternals. If you are probably thinking of the Stormcast, they are the image that springs to mind. Celestial Vindicators. The Celestial Vindicators are the embodiment of Sigmar's wrath and retribution. They are vengeance incarnate. Their hearts burn with a hatred for chaos that knows no limit, and to witness them in battle is to see a tempest of razed Sigmarite break upon their foes until all is decimated before them. For these bladesmen have no regard for mercy or pity. They are led by Lord Celestant Thostos Bladestorm, the firstborn son of the Guild King Glothian. Thostos returned from a slayer quest to find his people butchered in his absence. Sigmar noted his lust for revenge and offered him a chance to live for eternity, to enact his revenge that he so desperately craved. Their heraldry is a golden hammer with silver lightning streaks. They are covered in turquoise plate armor with vivid red and gold accents. Anvils of Heldenhammer. The Anvils of Heldenhammer are defenders of the realm. They are the dark and brooding heroes of an old era. They have come to embrace the death they once feared and fight like the spectral knights from ominous legend, and they seek to free the realm of death from the tyranny of Nagash. Masters of fortification and holding ground, they are renowned for their resilience in battle. The Anvils of Heldenhammer employ strategies refined over long centuries. Their lines among the finest of all the Stormcast hosts, as their warriors fight with the experience of lifetimes full of conflict. Their close relationships allow them to remain calm even in the heat of fiercest battles, as even their dead on the field of battle is only temporary. They are encased in an unrelenting black armor, gilded with gold and red accents. the Knights Excelsior. For the Knights Excelsior are obliteration given form. Knights Excelsior are relentless hunters of chaos, pursuing its agents wherever they may hide. They are merciless and uncompromising. Their Lord Celestin, Lord Farakis, cuts a noble and heroic figure, but behind his impassive helm, his eyes dance with cold lightning, and his pale face is set in a constant scowl. Farakis was once the gentle high priest of Malleus Mount, though he has been reincarnated as the most unforgiving and merciless warrior in all the Knights Excelsior. Their heraldry features a golden sun with the divine lightning shooting from it. They lead into battle with shining white armor, with shields of blue Sigmarite contrasting their form. The Celestial Warbringers are experts of prophecy and violent magics. Their sorceress commanders relentlessly map the direction of forthcoming wars using war-scry citadels and orreries, which is critical when armies march in the deceptive lands of Ulgu. Their heraldry features a blazing orb appearing to burn through the sky on a white background, potentially symbolizing Sigmar as he floated through the celestial realms before Dracothien freed him. Adorned in a blazing crimson armor, they strike fear into their enemies before they even know what has hit them. These Stormcasts represent the diversity and specialization found within the Stormcast Eternal ranks. Each one represents a facet of Sigmar's grand design, and they work together as a united force to combat the pervasive darkness of chaos and to bring order and hope to the mortal realms. As the tempest rages on, their indomitable spirit and unbreakable bonds of brotherhood shall light the way through the darkest hours. With each clash of their hammers, each strike of their lightning-forged blades, they write a new chapter in the annals of Sigmar's divine crusade. The Stormcast Eternals are more than just warriors. They are the embodiment of mankind's potential. Their destiny is intertwined with the fate of the realms, and as long as chaos threatens, they shall be reforged again and again, stronger and more resolute. With each battle, they move forward, their potential reaching ever greater heights. The Stormcast Eternals are the heralds of a new dawn, a beacon of hope in a world plagued by darkness. With Sigmar's lightning coursing through their veins, they shall continue to stand vigilant, fighting for a future where order triumphs over chaos, where light banishes the shadows, and where hope prevails in the face of despair. In the age of Sigmar, the Stormcast Eternals are not just the force of Sigmar's will, they are the embodiment of possibility and the champions of a brighter tomorrow.